Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to be giving you a complete houseplant tour. So the first plant that I'm going to start out with is a philodendron golden goddess. I absolutely love this plant. This was the first one that we got and it's super easy to care for. And we liked it so much that we ended up getting a second one. This one is a little bit bigger and it has started to vine, so that's really fun. Next up for philodendron, I have a classic heart-shaped philodendron Brazil, and it also has some neon in here. And then I also have like some dark green leaves going on. So this plant is also super easy to care for, and it's really fun because the leaves are constantly changing with the Brazil. So, you know, every leaf that it puts out, the variation is different. Some have stripes and some have just like splotches and it looks like they're painted, so that's really fun. And then what else for philodendron? So next up is a philodendron Sellum or a philodendron Hope. So this is a philodendron Hope, and this plant is also super easy to care for. We have two of these right now, well, two smaller ones. We started out with the smaller ones and then we ended up liking them so much, we found a big one at our local nursery. So we had to grab that too. And these plants are super fun. They, the leaves are super big and they can actually grow up to 5 feet, even indoors, which is pretty big. So it's kind of like having a monstera in your house, except it's more, it'll grow more tree-like and barky as it matures. So yeah, it's super fun, and they do get really big and they drop leaves sporadically, and it can just be because they're getting old, and also if you overwater them they'll drop leaves too, and it's fine, you just cut them off and then they can focus on growing new ones. So I think that's everything for philodendron. Next I'm going to show you all of our pothos that we have, and let's see, I'm going to start with this one. So this is called Silver Satin. It is super pretty. It has like this silver metallic-y coloration to it, and it's just absolutely gorgeous. So there's two different variations of that, and one is an exotic, and mine is not that. So next up is our huge what is this, Marble Queen pothos, and it also has jade in it too. It's just massive. So these plants are super fun for propagating, and if you're just looking for a super fast growing plant, this is definitely one that you should add to your collection. And then the last, I'm going to stand up and grab this one. The last type of pothos that we have is Marble Queen, and it's super pretty. So the way that you can tell the difference is the color in this one is golden, and then on the Marble Queen it's gonna be more white or cream color, but it's just really pretty. It looks like it's speckle painted. Okay, so now I'm gonna just keep showing you some of the more common house plants in our collection. So this is a Dieffenbachia. It's just a really easy to care for plant. It's also called a dumb cane. Yeah, it's a pretty easy to care for plant. And then we have a spider plant. This one is pretty small yet. I got it as propagations and they started in water, and I just planted them last week, so they are pretty happy. And then this is some Trinoscantia. I love this plant. It reminds me of the silver satin pothos because it has that shimmery leaf on it, and it's really cool because underneath it has this bright purple or kind of like burgundy color. So I really like this one. It's super pretty. And then I brought out one of my Hoya carnosa, wow, that's hard to say, propagations that I have going right now. Right now I think I'm doing 4 or 5, and they just got roots, so I'm super excited. I'm gonna be potting them up soon. These are gonna be my first Hoyas in our collection, so I'm pretty excited about that. And then I have a peperomia. This guy's pretty small yet, but he's cute. What else? And then an avocado tree that we started 2 months ago. It has gotten pretty tall, so that's super fun. And I think I'm just gonna go on to some cacti. So this is a African milk tree. I really like this guy. We keep all of our cacti and succulent on the top shelf of our grow rack that we have, and they're super happy. They're all budding and putting out new growth and leaves, so they are super happy right now. This is a corncob cactus. It's really cute. I like it because it's lighter in color than most of our other cacti that we have, so it's more like variegated. So we had a pretty big string of bananas and we ended up selling it, but I kept a couple babies and they're happy. They're growing really fast already. So this is called String of Bananas. Next up is a snake plant, and this is a bird's nest snake plant. And then I have just a regular one right here, which is all staked up because he's super wonky and he fans out funny if I don't have him tied up, but he's putting out a little baby down here, so that's really fun. Set him over here. And what else? Oh, we have another snake plant. I really like this one. My husband picked it out and it has this super cute baby. It's very, very fun. And then I think that's it for snake plants. So I'll show you our ZZs that we have. I gotta go over here. Alright, so this is our big one. We found him at Home Depot. And it is so happy. It's put out quite a bit of new growth since we've gotten it. This entire thing is brand new, so super pretty. And then I have our first ZZ that we got, and I got this as a trade. I believe I traded pothos for a start of this, and it hasn't really grown much since I've gotten it, so just waiting to see what it'll do, but I really like it in that pot. This is a Madagascar palm. Super funky. It's a fun mix between like tropical plants and cacti, so I really like that. And then we have a moonlight cactus. What else? This guy, and I'm not exactly sure what he is called. This is one of our unknown succulents, but he's super cute. It's like purple and it has this zebra print on it. This is our Fittonia plant, and it is getting huge. I might have to pot it up pretty soon here. Fittonias are super great plants for beginners. They're super easy. You water them all the time, and they're really hard to kill unless you just let them crisp up way too much, but even then they usually bounce back, so they're great. What should I do next? I have a flat leaf jade plant. This is another super common beginner plant, and it's also great for beginners because it's super easy. And then we have a golem jade. So this is just another type of jade. The leaves are different and they're like little tubes. It reminds me of something that would grow like under the sea or something. It's really fun. And then this one is called a prickly pear cactus. We have some donkey's tail, or burro's tail. I think they're called both. Super cute. And then fire stick cactus. These grow absolutely huge. They really like a lot of sun and they like to be dry. Here I have a couple small cacti. I don't know what this is called, but he's super cute. And he has quite a few babies. I just don't know what it's called, but this one right here is a string of pearls. I got it as a cutting and put it in this little Buddha head because it's so cute and it's taken off, so I'm gonna leave him in here as long as I can. It has these tiny, teeny little sprouts up top. I don't know, the sun's really bright. There you go. So cute. So, I'm loving these on here. Alright, I think that is everything for cacti. And next up, I have this plant. I don't remember what it's called right now, but I have it written down in my journal, so I will put the name on the screen. This is another one that my husband picked up, and it's super cool. It has these like hot pink edges on it. It's really pretty. It's a little damaged on the side here. I don't know what they were doing in the store to it. It looks like it was literally chewed on by a cat or something. And we don't have a cat, so I don't know. Next up are our fiddle leaf figs. And we have 4 of these guys. They're just tiny yet. They're gonna take quite a while to get big, but they're so cute. These guys are pretty easy to care for. They honestly thrive in neglect. They just like to be watered every week and a half to 2 weeks. And they're fine. They're fun too because they grow kind of how you want them to. Like I've seen a lot of people who only keep a couple top leaves on their fiddle leaf fig, and then some people keep leaves throughout the entire stem, so it's fun. You can kind of choose to grow them however you want them to look. And that's what's also really fun with monsteras. So I'll move on to that and show you those guys. First, I'm gonna show you the Adansonii that we have. This is our larger plants. I really like this this form of monstera. It's really fast growing and it's really pretty. So it really doesn't start getting the fenestrations until it matures a little bit more. That's why these leaves up here don't have so many holes, but we're getting there. And then this is a little pot that I got finally rooted. I got these as propagations in a trade, and they are finally potted and doing happy.
Sorry.
It's okay. And then we have this guy over here as well. And his, we are not sure what's going on with him. I don't know if this plant is variegated or if he has a nutrient deficiency. So that is something that we're trying to figure out, and I've been upping his fertilizer, and nothing's really changing. This new leaf that it's putting out also has the lighter coloring in it, so I'm not really sure. It makes me think that it's not sick because I feel like the sickness would go to the older leaves before the new ones, but I'm just kind of waiting to see once this leaf unfurls what it's gonna be looking like and what's going on with this guy. So I don't know, but it's kind of exciting if it is variegated. I'm just trying not to get my hopes up. And then next is we have Rhaphidophora tetrasperma, and we have 8 of these guys. We got them in hopes that we're going to grow them as mother plants, and then we want to eventually add these to our online shop. There's nowhere local that sells any type of monstera, so we're working on getting these guys big enough to eventually be mother plants, and we're kind of babying them. We have a whole entire setup just for them. If this video doesn't get too long, I can show you what our setup looks like currently. This is one of the smallest ones. I don't have him on a moss pole yet because I just don't think that he's really ready for it. But the rest of the plants have quite a decent stem on them, so I just placed it there just in case they want to start climbing. They can definitely like start reaching for it. This one's putting out a lot of new growth, which is super exciting. When we first got these plants, they were kind of bargains. They were all water damaged, and they've lost quite a few leaves, but they're bouncing back really well. We were able to save at least like 3 or 4 leaves, if not more, on each plant, and they are starting to put out new growth really well, so that's really exciting. So another one of the pretty big ones. Looks like he's putting out a big leaf down there, so that's exciting. There's lots of growth points that I'm seeing on these. Has this huge leaf over here. I just don't want to cut it off, but it has this little damaged leaf. I can't chop it. I love this one though, so pretty. I'm super excited for these guys to get a lot bigger and mature because they're gonna be super fun plants. And this is the smallest one. One of them had a baby in it, and I'm just kind of babying him, trying to get him to perk up a little bit. So cute. Alright, so now, and I think this is the last, just want to double check and make sure I'm not missing anything. I think, oh, the alocasias and also my banana tree. So I got a banana tree at our grocery store, and this guy looks a little rough. He's kind of a rehab, but he is bouncing back to life, and he's super cute. He has this little baby down here. And these are our Alocasia Regal Shields. Absolutely, these are probably one of my favorite plants in our collection. They're so gorgeous. They just have these really pretty veins in the leaves, and they're absolutely gorgeous. It is, at first I was kind of nervous because they were dropping leaves, and they're weird plants to get used to just because they have to kill off a leaf to grow a new one. So at first I was like, why do we keep losing all these leaves? But they're fine. They grow back, and they grow back way bigger, so I do like that. And this one's huge. These guys are gonna get really, really big. All right, I'm gonna move actually these back out of the way because I'm going to be showing you my Monstera deliciosa, which are quite big. So this is our second one that we got. The first Monstera deliciosa that we got, I ended up selling just because we needed a little bit more room before winter comes. But this was the second one that we picked up and kind of started our addiction. It is so pretty, and these plants are really fast growing, so it makes it really fun. It's not really a plant that you're gonna get bored of, at least in my opinion. I know a lot of people have other views on them, but I love Monsteras, and I just can't get over the fenestrations in their leaves. So this is the third one that we got, and I don't remember where we got this one, honestly. Actually, you know what? I got this from someone in my trade group. It's a super, super pretty plant. I just love it. It's putting out a new leaf right now. Down here. Lots of aerial roots. It looks so happy. And then the last one I'm going to show you is our most recent. And this guy I got at Gordy's greenhouse, and I love it. Ooh. This new leaf is unfurling right out front. It's super pretty. That was all of our plants. So thanks for watching. This was really fun to make, and it was awesome to be able to like pull all the plants out and see all the new growth on them for me. So yeah, I hope this was fun for you guys, and if you liked it, like and subscribe. Bye.